Garen, we've been talking about abandoned cart, but I think there's a nuance that we are not discussing, and I think you've been pretty passionate about it. Let's talk abandoned checkout. What's the difference between the two?
Abandoned checkout, the often overlooked stepbrother of abandoned cart. Yeah, this is one I'd like to see a little bit more of because I think there's a lot of opportunity in an abandoned checkout program. Also, the reason people abandon checkouts tends to be rather different than the reason people abandon carts. When we look at, first off, what is an abandoned checkout? Abandoned cart, obviously putting things in your cart, leaving without completing a purchase. Abandoned checkout, by comparison, is actually beginning the checkout process and then stopping the transaction before you actually complete the purchase. Right? Top reasons why people typically abandon checkout are total final costs, so cost of product plus tax plus shipping. Speaking of shipping time frame is another top reason for abandoned cart. Complicated checkout process. Is there too much friction? Do I have to create a profile and go through all these additional steps before I just buy the damn product? Fourth tends to be payment option, either lack of payment options or restricted payment options. Maybe it's just credit card. They're looking for things like PayPal, Klarna, Afterpay, things of that nature. Lastly, would be just lack of trust of security, typically in credit card processing, right? So because these reasons are really different, typically we would use different tactics to address these sources of reticence in an abandoned checkout process, such as, did you know we offer more flexible payment options through things like Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, PayPal, etc. This is a great time maybe to provide a free shipping discount code or incentive. There's really not a whole lot you can do in email to overcome a complicated or what feels like a convoluted checkout process. That's really more one for the e-com and the IT team to kind of work out. How do we reduce friction and get folks from beginning to end a little bit faster? Lack of trust, that one's difficult as well because it's so tied up in brand perception. So this might be a good opportunity to bring in things like ratings and reviews, just giving a lot of confidence that, hey, plenty of folks have gone before you. You're not the first one. These people didn't get their identity stolen. Very low likelihood that that will happen to you as well.
I mean, you ask your customers why.
Yeah.
And if you see those reasons come through, you address it head on in that abandoned checkout. Oh, you don't have to worry, and here's why. Or these are the reasons we ask for you to create an account. Here are the benefits for creating an account. Like, you fill in those gaps because, to your point, why can't I just check out? Why do I need to create an account? Well, yeah, we want you to, but here's why you should want to as well.
Absolutely. And so you should be addressing those things in email. This is a great time to even bring in a poll. Not enough companies are running an abandoned checkout, and it is a shame because it is a significantly higher signal of intent than those folks who abandon cart. So one of the things that you're starting to see more and more of is, hey, add to cart to see price. You're kind of creating an abandoned cart situation there rather than it being genuine. So, is that a strong enough signal of intent? By comparison, people don't typically start the checkout process unless they've reached a level of like true earnest intent and interest, and they want to move forward. They're just facing these sort of factors of resistance in doing so.
Yeah, so the more that you can, and this is more for the e-com teams and the IT teams to figure out, is the more that you can put in front of the checkout button, the better, right? Because you want the post-checkout click to be as smooth as possible. So you brought up shipping times, shipping costs, all those things like that. If you can answer that before they click checkout, yeah, they might abandon sooner, but they are also not going down that path where it creates even more frustration.
Agreed. You've given some good sort of examples of how you can sort of get ahead of the issue, even putting things like rating review stars, not just on the product page, but have that accompany the product image in the cart as well. Here are the items that are in the cart or items that are set for checkout. Here are the rating sort of stars for each one of those. Great way to, again, give that final assurance and really make people comfortable and confident in continuing to click the checkout button or otherwise, submit order.